Yep, this one's for you, Taurus. That's you over here. This is Tarot Illumination. This is your general report for February 2018. All right, so you know the drill. You've done this before. Watch for your sun, moon, rising. Do that usual tarot protocol. I don't know why we do that, but we do. So yeah, let's make that happen. And cards are already well shuffled in advance, but we go to the last second so that you're a witness. No reversals. Sorry, none of it. Just very simple. We're just telling a story, okay? So you probably heard, if you did some cross-watching, that there's a bunch of things going on right now with the planets. So we've kind of woven it into the readings a little tiny bit for you. So for you, Taurus, you've got Saturn in Capricorn. That's a big 3-year journey. It's just started, literally just started. And it's for you, it's going up there in your 9th house of wisdom and knowledge, foreign travel, foreigners, let's say higher consciousness, seeking the higher consciousness, becoming in touch with the higher consciousness, bringing that into understanding. With Saturn there, it's about going through the tough journey and then bringing that down into a reality, restructuring your whole understanding of the broader perspectives of this world. And then you've got the let's say Jupiter in Scorpio. Oh my gosh. It's going through your 7th house, Taurus. Oops. So that's very good news. And Jupiter, the great benefic, you can't go wrong. It's just that it is through the lens of Scorpio, and that is through your 7th house of primary one-on-one relationships. Anything from profoundly important business contracts, one-on-one, all the way up to marriage, okay? And so, like with a lot of people, they discover that marriage is one of the most important decisions we ever make in life. If you make poor decisions in marriage, oh boy. If you make good decisions in marriage, oh yeah. So it's very important. So with Jupiter in Scorpio, there's a lot of revealing that needs to be healing. A lot of revealing of what needs to be healed. Revelation of deeply buried things, perhaps of a very intimate nature, that are going to be exposed and brought into the surface, and so that you, Taurus, can really truly understand what is really needed in the areas of deep soul healing for you in your life when it comes to relationship, okay? I'm not going to say anything more intimate than that, but I'm just trying to drop a hint there. The next thing, of course, is the eclipse. You just came out of one eclipse, the Leo Aquarius full moon, but we've got a brand new eclipse in the middle of February in Aquarius, touching you right up there in that 10th house of career, your place in the world, your mission, your purpose. Like, what are you really bringing here into the world? Like, why are you here, Taurus? All that kind of stuff. So you're getting hit on what's called the angles, okay? You're getting, with the Aquarius and the Scorpio thing, you're really getting touched on the angles. So it's going to be a pretty intense journey. And it's all about new beginnings, because the eclipse is happening right now. Saturn's just begun. We're actually kind of halfway through the Jupiter thing, but that's an awful lot to handle, awful lot to land on your plate at once, okay, Taurus? So you have, let's say you've got a lot on your plate. All right, let's just put it that way. So, cards are well shuffled. We already saw that. And we're just going to go to the last second. No reversals. I think we said that. Watch for your sun, moon, and rising. I think we said that. I can't remember. I'm saying it again in case I forgot. We're ready. Are you? Yes, of course you are. You can handle this, Taurus. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. All right. So, Tarot Illumination is very lucky to be surrounded by, let's say, angels. Okay, I'm just going to say it. And you've got yours too. So this is like a group team effort. Okay, so we're all going to do a big. It's like a team effort here. Okay, Taurus. Terra Lumination is here for you, and you're here willingly to be with Terra Lumination. So let's have a look at the core heart energy. This is what we've got. This is literally the heart pulsing and beating every day till you drop, bringing in the nutrients and everything that it needs and wants and desires and has to have in order to keep going. At the same time, pumping out and releasing, eliminating, pushing it out there, what is waste material, toxic, to go through the waste systems. So it's so important to listen to our heart, take care of our heart, nurture our heart at the very, very core. It's the most important thing we can do in life. Over here would be legacy energy. Think of it as baggage, whatever you're coming with into the room here. So you might have empty pockets. Your pockets might be full of gold and treasure. You might have all sorts of questions. You might be laden and buried with tremendous burdens and pain and suffering from the last 5, 6 years of Saturn. Who knows what it is? Maybe you got really burned during Saturn in Scorpio, 3 or 4 years ago, 5 years ago. Who knows? Whatever it is, bring it into the room with you. This is the ever present now. This is you, Taurus, either squirming, like to stay in the now, even if it's uncomfortable, or doing everything to avoid the present because it can be uncomfortable, or maybe you're reveling in the now because you understand that that's where your power lies. You're not willing to wallow in the past and project all the expectations onto the future. Taurus, you can be very fixed in your ways. You like status quo, you like safety, security, stability, things that are already well established and that have very defined, clear worldly structures. So when Saturn comes along and eclipses come along and Jupiter comes along and starts tipping all that stuff over, that can be very uncomfortable for a traditional Taurus. However, it can be very stimulating if you allow yourself to be flexible and understand that we are all on the same journey together. So let's have a look. Oh, by the way, about the eclipses, I should have mentioned that I don't know why it just came to me because, this is not an astrology channel, but I was just thinking with the Aquarius eclipse there and the new moon in the middle of February, that's really all about the collective South Node journey. So you might become very, very aware of things and ways that you are of being in your life, in the world, in this world, where you have an understanding of the broader perspective, but it needs to be brought down into what works for you at home. So, like new beginnings, new awakenings in what needs to be left behind in your current understandings of what it means to be, like, what is your place in this world? What is your mission, your purpose here? And then seeing that there's a whole new way to be, like perhaps shining in the home, because the Leo full moon that you just came out of in the end of January is shining a light on where you can shine, where there can be new beginnings, where that's the Leo North Node, where you have the chance and the right and the duty and the obligation to be happy at home. Be happy, be shining, be shiny, be loving, be loved at home in a very, very simple way, in the Leo way, just literally radiating love. And that might feel very weird or alien or new. You might be already established in certain patterns, and then to have to flip around and give up being like this universal fix-its WD-40 person for the greater community, and now making it all about you, that might feel very alien to you. Who knows, Taurus? It might make you feel as though you're being very selfish. Anyway, we'll see. So it's in the present, in the now, where you hold your power through the healing power of your decisions, because it's your decisions that affect outcomes over here in what we call our future or the land of opportunity. So when you're making your decisions, how are you going to make these decisions that nurture you? How are you going to bring that love and light and warmth and soul and energy to your heart that the heart needs and wants and desires, and what this whole journey is about? The Saturn cycle, the eclipse cycle, the North Node journey, the Jupiter and Scorpio thing, all of it, squish it all together. How are we going to make that work for you, Taurus? Consequently, if you're really, really on top of this stuff, this would make sense to you. If a lot of these things we just talked about feel very weird, or what's TL talking about with all of this, and you're used to life happening as a sort of autopilot thing where there's fate, there's just the world, and there's my life, and then this is what happens in my life. And if it's good, well, it's fated. If it was really bad, well, it was fated. And that would be like fate. But that's kind of like negligence. It's almost like spiritual negligence, spiritual laziness, abandonment of your own duty to be you. So we're going to opt for the positive aspects here. So let's just say you're in your power, in your now, you're quivering here, holding into the moment, but you're doing it, and you make bold, brave decisions. And what if they work? Yay! What if it doesn't work? Oh no! Decision by decision, heartbeat by heartbeat. Then over here, we have the prospects, okay? What does that take us into for the next beat of the heart, okay? Literally, I'm hoping you can see that as a heart shape. I try. And this over here is each beat, okay? Next, we're going to look at the weather. You've got, oh my gosh. Oh, look, Taurus. Oh my gosh. It's like you get to tap into the healing power of love. It's almost like you get a big, massive hose and you get to plug it into the main faucet. And then you get to be a conduit. And you bring that love down here, down to earth in the classic Taurus way. If you want to think of yourself as a conduit, or this is an opportunity or a chance for you to tune into big love, and that healing power of love is literally starting to flow into your life. It's either going to be moving like a glacier at the speed of Saturn, very, very slowly and gently and incrementally, irreversibly, or it could come in the form of a shower, and then a release, and then a sprinkle, then a rainstorm, and then a tsunami of love. Whatever it is, it's on its way and it's coming to you. And the big challenge for you, Taurus, is to accept it. Big love is coming to you, Taurus. Can you handle it? In whatever capacity, however that's defined. We don't know what it looks like. Who knows? It may be a little goldfish. Maybe it's a cat, a dog, maybe a lover, maybe a spouse, maybe a present. Who knows? What is your heart beating? Okay. Well, with the Five of Wands here, my feeling is that Taurus, you're handling it. You must have a glimpse and an awareness of what's actually happening here. And deep down in your heart knows that this is really, really good news for you, and it's going to bring out the very, very best in you. And the heart is looking forward to it, almost like a fun, almost like games, almost like, oh my gosh, this is so exciting. I get to battle my own demons. I get to go head to head with all the oppressors and all the people who've brought me down. And I'm not going to take it personally. We're going to turn it into a massive spiritual game, so to speak, where you prevail. It's almost like you get to write the script of your own story as you go along, and you always prevail. Even when you're at the brink of failure, bammo, you come back in, you invoke the healing power of love into your life, and suddenly it goes there, whoosh, bammo, I fixed it. Wow. So it is like an invocation. I ask for the healing power of love to fill my body from up above. Poof. I ask for the healing power of love to fill my mind from up above. Poof. I ask for the healing power of love to fill my heart from up above. I ask for the healing power of love to fill my soul from up above. So then now you've got it, kapoof, now you've got it. What are you going to do with all that? It's amazing. Okay, it's just amazing what you can do with all that. It's just like universal love balm. It's almost like the WD-40 of love. So I'm very happy for you. I'm excited for you, Taurus, and your heart will figure out what has to be done step by step as you go along, because it is a game. You don't know the outcome. Think of it as sport. It's fun. It's exciting for you. This new journey, these new beginnings, these new awakenings. Yes, it would be okay to feel a little bit scared about it all, but it's also good to anticipate the goodness coming out of it. Your heart knows it. Your heart feels it, and your heart is ready for it. Your heart is like literally beating for this stuff. That's what I feel. So what are you bringing in with you? Queen of Wands. So it's almost like you're ready for this. It's just like, I know this. I've been waiting for this. I knew this was going to happen. I absolutely knew this. I'm coming into this new vortex, this new field of energy, knowing I can handle it. I know I can handle it. I know I can. I know I can. I know I can. Because I am all that. I have all that capacity. And even if I've never done this before, certainly not at this level, I know I can handle it, and it's going to bring out the best in me. And I am going to be a living, radiant example of someone who handles their doo-doo properly and gets through it all and turns all the garbage into gold. Because that's what we're dealing here. There's a lot of shift and change and transformation, especially in the seventh house where Jupiter is transiting right now. There's a lot of deep healing going on there. And it's like you're saying, like, I'm ready for this. My heart is ready for this. I need this. I want this. This is a number one priority for me, and I deserve it. And I'm going to make the best use of it. And you'll be very, very proud of me at the end uh, of the journey, everybody, because Taurus is going to become like a Taurus you've never known before. This is you coming in like with your dignity, with all your self-respect, knowing that this is out there available to you. Like you are in an opportunity, a situation now where you can allow and accept and receive big love into your life, in your world. Literally, the healing power of love moving into your life and in your world. It's the energy of heaven actually flowing through your world, your body, your being, everything in your life, in your world, and you wear it well. Okay? You're wearing it very well already. It's like you're already prepped up. You've like, it's like getting on a ship or an airplane or a journey. You've got exactly what you need with you. You have the perfect garments, the perfect clothing, the suitcase, everything. You're ready to go. What about the now? I mean, this is great start, Taurus. What about the now? This is epic stuff we're dealing with here. Okay, okay, Taurus. Let's take it easy here. It might feel like just like Taurus, you're getting a glimpse of like, aha, this is what I wanted. I know this. I know this. I know this. I know I can. I know I can. I know I can. And it's going to allow me to chance finally to come into my power. Finally, truly, truly to come into my power like never before. And not necessarily it's going to be easy. It's going to be a tough game. It's going to be like, what do they call it? Wrangling cats, herding cats. How to tame the wild self, how to tame the wild Taurus and bring Taurus down into a highly capable, highly functional magician, essentially, because you're with so much. It's almost like you're going to have to find and learn a way to become a magician in order to allow this love to flow in and through and out properly without obstruction, without messing up the flow, without destroying the opportunity or losing the flow. Okay? So it's kind of a lot to handle. It's almost like if you've been praying for this, Taurus, and now you've got it, well, here it is. Okay. I hope you can handle it. I'm sure you can. I think you can. I'm sure you can. I know I can. I know I can. So it's almost like you're asking for this. I want to be in my center. I want to be in the now. I want to be in my power. I'm sick of wallowing in the past. I'm sick of anticipating and fearing the future. I want my power now. That's where I get the chance to activate the healing power of decisions over here. So let's have a look. And it's okay to admit that there's a lot you don't know. Okay, that would be perfectly appropriate in a game. Like you don't know who's going to win. You don't know what the outcome is. Maybe you don't even know all the rules or the boundaries or anything, but you're going for it anyway. You're coming in with the knowledge and the very good intentions that you're going to make this work. You're going to extract the maximum that you can out of this journey that's beginning here, that's unfolding and starting right here in February. You're not going to be intimidated or taken down by any of this. Just the opposite, Taurus. So I'm very, very happy for you. Again, we don't know like the details here. It's just that you're coming in with the best of intentions to make things work and bring things down to earth. It's almost like taking that massive Saturn journey for 3 years, taking everything that you discover on that journey and then bringing it back down to earth in ways that are tangible and understandable for us down here to understand, okay? You know, translating it into, you know, something comprehensive, okay? Oh, Yeah, okay, let's just move on. I just had a glimpse there about the Leo North Node thing, but that was already triggered. We're going to deal with the Leo North Node big time. I think it's in August. Is it August we have another eclipse? I can't remember. Sorry. With Leo stuff. Anyway, let's have a look. How are we going to make these decisions knowing there's a high degree of innocence here, knowing there's let's say, it would be so easy to mess up because it's like you set yourself up for a very big challenging game journey here where you're determined and you know you're going to prevail. On the other hand, you're coming in very innocent. Okay, so how are we going to move forward and make these decisions in ways um, that you don't lose? Okay, my feeling is that with the Hanged Man here, you allow yourself to take a break and a pause anytime you feel that something is not working for you. You deliberately say, oh, wait, time out, hold on, people. And you can press the pause button on the game. And you can take a chill out break. You can do whatever you want while you ponder and figure out what next to do, how to do it. And it's also on the understanding that whenever you feel that sense that triggers a feeling of, let's say, oh my gosh, I'm truly out of alignment. I'm so disoriented where I'm getting like almost like wigged out about what's happening here. You acknowledge and register that feeling inside of you and take that as a divine blessing, like, aha, this is heaven's way of telling me that I need to be cautious here, to take a moment, to take a break, put myself on pause, allow for the incongruities, the things that I do not know, the things that I do not understand, to become made known to me. Okay, and it's not going to happen just by looking it up in a textbook or getting a tarot illumination reading or anything like that. It's going to come from out there in the great beyond, and you're going to let it soak into you, and then you're going to figure it out. So it's like giving yourself a chance. Anytime you feel disoriented, put yourself on pause. It's like pausing a movie. You know, if you're watching, let's say, one of those Netflix things or something, giving yourself a chance to understand the pause and the break and then deal with it. And then hit the forward button again. So instead of rushing through with all this, there's a lot of impetus here to want to make the most of this journey. So consequently, oh my gosh, more wands here. So consequently, like by doing this, by allowing yourself to, let's say, soak in all the love that's out there and available for you, it can bring, I'm just going to say it, but I'm going to spell it out, but transformational healing. I'm feeling this is very much to do with the seventh house, Jupiter in Scorpio transit, which is still ongoing for a good chunk of this year. It's going to allow you to tap into um, the healing, the kind of healing that comes through deep intimacy. I'm talking about the kind of intimacy that happens between man and woman, where it's much more about procreation. It's a lot more than just sport or having fun or feeling good or using it as a form of self-medicating or whatever, or indulging or being an addict to that stuff. It's actually one of the most profoundly powerful healing, let's say, it's not a medium, it's like a modality that exists on Earth, but it's very rare and very difficult to tap into that energy because it requires tremendous, uh, let's say, openness of heart to allow that much love to flow into your body and be expressed in a very intimate way between yourself and a significant loved one. Also, what I'm feeling here is that consequently, you get to be turned on. It's like you get turned on by your own awesomeness, which fuels you to keep going. So what if you mess up? What if in your innocence you make a mistake? It's okay. That opens the doorway to transformation, transformational healing. Again, I feel this is very much to do with the Jupiter in Scorpio thing, but also, I think it's through the Saturn in Capricorn. If you want to think of this as the Grim Reaper, the one that's basically cutting and slicing away, surgically removing anything and everything that's not appropriate or healthy for you in the ninth house of wisdom, knowledge, awareness, concepts, understanding, deep learning. so that you can make space for the new good stuff, then that's all very good. So it's almost like you can't go wrong. It's almost like you're idiot proof here. Like if you mess up on a decision and you end up in a self-defeating, self-limiting behavior or action, and you noticeably start seeing the flow of love diminish, and you see the passion diminish in yourself, and you can feel it, it's a very, very powerful barometer that you made a poor decision. Okay. And it's a very, very powerful barometer that when you make a good decision, you're really going to feel it in your gut, in your soul, in the passions, in the way that you feel connected with the world. And that's going to have a big, broad impact on your 10th house of career, mission, vision, purpose, feeling fired up. Like now I understand like who I am and why I'm here. So it's like you can either learn the hard way or you can learn the fun way. It doesn't matter. Either way, you're going to learn and grow. Okay, so where does this take us? To the next beat. Bam-o. Wow. So, you got some big major arcana here. So in some ways, Taurus, you might feel as though this whole thing that we've just talked about here is very fated. Like, I knew this was going to happen. I knew it. I knew it. I saw all this coming on my last Saturn return, or when Jupiter was in blah, blah, like 8-12 years ago, or when when we had the eclipses, the Leo Aquarius eclipses last year in 2017. I felt it. I felt it. I knew it. I can tell you from the Tarot Lumination perspective that a huge amount of shifts have been happening in people that were triggered by the Leo Aquarius eclipses and the Leo North Node journey that began in 2017. And it's now happening. This is live. It's happening right now. And you're right in the thick of it. Okay, Taurus? So it's good news, and it's exactly how it's meant to be. And basically, it's my feeling here with the Wheel of Fortune of everything is exactly as it should be, because it can't be any other way. And all the forces of the universe, the planets, whatever you want to think of it, friends, family, circumstances, environments, fate, it's all working for you, no matter whether it feels like it's going up or whether it's going down or whether it's swirling around and you're getting dizzy. Either way, it's all working for you. I'm kind of jealous, actually, Taurus. I got to tell you. So anyway, all the best. Thanks for choosing Tarot Illumination. Bye-bye.